Hi guys, this is Joyce from Enjoy Scrap and Chew, and today I'll be making this card for Triple Designs LLC, and I'll be using this brand new all-too new stamp set called Wild Hibiscus. There's a lot of beautiful florals in here, and I'll be using this stamp set today, just that. I really like the loose, sketchy look. I have a watercolor paper here. This is Strathmore 140-pound cold press watercolor paper. It is very thick, and I used one of the dies that I have to have this cut. And now I'm putting the anti-static powder tool because I'm going to be doing some embossing. And this is the image that I'll be using, and I'm getting my Versamark, and then I'm going to go ahead and emboss this flower using the liquid platinum Ranger's embossing powder. I just recently did another video using this liquid platinum embossing powder, and I really like that, so I wanted to do another one. I think it really gives like an elegant look to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp the second flower, but before that I'm putting the powder on so that I could see where I stamped the first flower. Then I'm going to go ahead and stamp another. And it's kind of overlapping just slightly on the two petals, but that's okay. Because this is a very loose type of a sketch, I think it's just beautiful. So after that, I'm also going to stamp the sentiment that's in the same stamp set, and I'm going to use the same embossing powder, and I'm going to emboss it all at once. Here I'm just kind of taking off some of the extra embossing powder that was kind of hanging off of the flower. And now I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment. Sorry, my head, I had to stamp it the exact place so that it fits perfectly. And it says Forever Grateful. It's a beautiful sentiment. And now I'm gonna go ahead and melt the embossing powder using my heat gun. I'm letting the heat gun heat up a little bit before I bring it to my paper for less warping. And I love to watch the embossing powder melt. I think it's super cool. So after this, I'm going to do some ink smooshing. I've been seeing a lot of people use this technique, so I wanted to try it out for myself. So I'm using Distress inks, and I chose out 3 colors: picked raspberry, mustard seed, and seedless preserves. I'm going to go ahead and just put some ink down. And I'm going to use an acetate. I'm going to add some water to these. And this spray bottle, the Ranger's new spray bottle, it's awesome. You have so much more control than your regular spritzers. I really like it a lot. So I'm starting with my lightest color, which is the mustard seed. And I'm just kind of smooshing it down. And I like this technique with the acetate because I feel like I have a little bit more control of how the color gets smushed. So this is kind of fun, just adding some color. And I wanted to do this. I felt like it matched the looseness of the flower. So now that once I have the colors where I want, I didn't want to overdo it because I still want the embossing powder to show up. So I'm going to go ahead and dab a little off, giving me this really subtle watercolor background. And you can still see the flower and the sentiment. So now I'm prepping my A2 size card base using my Teflon bone folder. And I wanted to put another paper behind it, and I wanted to use some type of a gray to match the liquid platinum. And I'm kind of deciding what I want. That other piece is a background stamp that I stamped onto a white piece of paper, and I embossed it. And I think the background was a little bit too busy for the the flowers. So now I'm just using a Versamark with the same stamp set, and I'm just stamping all around on this really light gray cardstock. And this is going to give me a very subtle watermark. So I think this matched a lot better than the other busy paper, because the ink smooshing had a lot of color and it looks a little bit more busier. I wanted the background to be very subtle and light. So from the camera you can't really see the stamped flowers on this gray cardstock, but in real life you can really see the flowers, but yet it's not too overpowering, and you'll be able to see a close-up picture at the end of the video. And so I just attached that to the A2 size card base, and now I'm adding some foam adhesive to the flower piece, and I'm gonna go ahead and just add it like this. So I'm making this card very clean and simple because of all that color that's on the flower. I didn't want to add too much, so I'm just adding some clear sequins. And that's basically it. This finishes off my card for today. I think this ink smooshing technique is pretty cool, and along with the liquid platinum embossing powder, I think it's really elegant. So this finishes off my card for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye.